So using this chute system is going to be pretty exciting because we've worked with just a makeshift setup with pallets and T-posts in our barn, which worked fine. But really for our system with being on pasture, we really need something that was more manageable and portable, especially as our herd has continued to grow. So. All right, so we are putting together our new animal handling system for our sheep and goats. We just got a portable system from Sydell, and so my project now is to get it to put together so we can start putting it to use. But before we use this, we had a system in our barn that was pretty makeshift, but it worked just because we have small ruminants. It worked, but we really needed a system where we could have portable, take it out to the pasture, out to the woods, no matter where we're working with the goats. We don't always have the ability to run them back into the barn for sorting, handling, doing herd health work. So I'm really excited to use this. Our old system was a series of pallets and T-posts that we put in, ran along inside the barn along some of our other pen walls, and it works. But again, we just don't, because we pasture our goats when it's not winter out, we really needed something that worked better and was more efficient now that our herd has really grown in size. What we could do once with 4 goats is not the same when we're over 100 goats in the season.
So it really took us a long time to put this together. We had an instruction manual, but it wasn't very clear on how to actually assemble all the parts together. It was also January when we got it, which is the coldest time of the month in Wisconsin to actually work with equipment. So we got the chute system together as much as we could, but there's still a number of parts that we're still working through to figure out how they actually function and work. I'm hoping that we can get that resolved. Overall, I think the system really will be a good fit for us, better than what we were using in the past. So right after we got the system set up, we needed to use it to actually sort some of our animals that we're going to market. So this is the first time that we actually had it out in the barn and did a run through using the whole system, as well as the tilt table on the chute setup itself. So this is not probably the ideal situation for using it in the winter time in Wisconsin, but it's where we were at and where we had to start. All right, so forgive me here, and this video is actually snowing. You can see it coming in, but the back of the trailer of the chute system has a tub setup that you actually have to unfold to set up. You can see I had to readjust the crank that's on the trailer that you set down and lower it when you're going to use it.
So using this chute system is going to be pretty exciting because we've worked with just a makeshift setup with pallets and T-posts in our barn, which worked fine. But really for our system with being on pasture, we really need something that was more manageable and portable.
So while our goats are accustomed to running through a chute system, this was new for them with this piece of equipment and including the tilt table itself. They had to get a little bit acclimated to being put on their side for us to hoof trim. Over time now they've gotten more accustomed to running through the chute and also being used on the tilt table. I'd also say too, this pen setup where we used it this first time is a little bit on the narrow side. To be able to have the goats access the tub to get in. You'll see that in just a few minutes. The other thing is this tilt table worked not too bad, but I really think it's designed for sheep over goats. Sheep still get quite a bit larger than goats. So I think overall it'll work well. We just have to do some more tweaks to make it work for our setup here on our farm.